Hi, Kim here. Today I'm going to talk about it being never too late to start over and finding your passion after 50. I was 60 years old when I decided to retire. I was in healthcare for over 40 years, different capacities from direct patient care to training staff on scanners and software to hospital software IT. I pivoted several times in my career and moved out of state several times for these different jobs. A few of these jobs included a lot of travel. I traveled for over 20 years. If you can imagine weekly plane flights, multiple cities sometimes. I love to travel, and I had a job in my 30s where I trained staff, which I really loved. But as time went on, the travel got old, and my health was deteriorating because of the travel. I was getting sinus infections really bad and really bad colds and sore throats to where I would have laryngitis. I pivoted in my 40s to a job with less travel, but unfortunately, it came with a lot of stress. Long working hours, an hour drive each way in bad traffic in the big city to and from the office, working through lunches, and again, working long, stressful days. During this time frame, my dad's health was going downhill. I lived 2,000 miles away, and I was able to use airplane miles, which was a benefit, to hop on a plane and visit him over the weekend or during his surgeries, post-op care, moving him into a nursing home, and then finally being there for his passing. My mom went into a deep depression. So as my dad's caregiver for the 9 years of his really bad health, it wore her down to the bone, which oftentimes happens to caregivers. So she was frail, not eating, being by herself. She wasn't really taking care of herself. And my mom really didn't have any hobbies, which I think caused her health demise. In my 50s, I was offered a job in California that had a little bit of travel and was very social, which I loved. So that job was great, but I was in California with a higher cost of living. About 6 years in that job, I decided I wanted to move back to Arizona, lesser cost of living, but I couldn't find the same job with that same job title or that same job type. Now, thinking back, this would have been the perfect time to reflect on my passions and reignite my purpose for these last working years and look into something fun that I would have really enjoyed. But instead, I changed companies, went back to a previous job title, and was back grinding those 60 hours a week at a job that I really didn't like doing. It felt like I took a step back. And with more stress in my life, I wasn't sleeping well because my brain was always thinking about work. I wasn't happy to be around. And I was always frustrated with the tasks I was doing because I knew I could do so much more, especially with having a job that I loved before this one. I was also exhausted. For a year and a half, I was just plugging along, a job that I didn't even like. I had a light bulb moment when I was explaining my job to someone, and after laying out the average work day, a day full of meetings, tasks that were a foot high if they were on paper, and long hours, I thought to myself, why am I doing this? I don't even like this job. At that moment, I planned my escape from work. On my 60th birthday, I retired. But I rediscovered my passions. I have 2 Etsy shops. I create designs for a print-on-demand website. I bead jewelry. I attend craft fairs and vend at craft fairs. I sell my jewelry online, which I love. I have time to exercise, something I was too tired to do while I was working 60 hours a week. And I help other women reignite those passions and feel confident and clear about their next chapter, stepping into meaningful, joyful work without the burnout. If you need help pivoting in your career path, I make it easy to rediscover passions and joy in your work, even in your 50s and beyond. So I have a few questions for you. Number one, are you following your passions? Are you enjoying your work? Are you just riding it out in your career until you plan on retiring? And a little reflection exercise. If you could go back and completely start over, what would you be doing now? And as a follow-up question, why aren't you doing that now? I hope that if there's something that you really want to pursue that will make you feel fulfilled and brings you joy, you start over without fear of making a change in your life. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and leave a comment below with your answers and tell me where you're at in your career today. I have more videos with tips on my channel.